This wine glass costs $15. This wine glass costs over $150. This is a random $30 Pinot Noir that I bought at Kroger. I'm going to use it to test whether or not how much you spend on your glassware actually makes a difference. So, $15, $150 plus. Both of these glasses are made by Riedel. This is kind of like your everyday, what you see in a restaurant style of glass. This is a special sommelier tasting glass. I guess it's meant for Burgundy. I don't have any of those on hand right now, and all the stores in my area suck. So I just went to Kroger and I got this $30 Russian River Valley Pinot. This is Storyteller Pinot Noir, 2023 vintage. It says it's limited edition, so it must be really good. So in theory, this giant 32-ounce bowl or 37-ounce bowl, it's f***ing huge, should kind of make the aromas more intense. First of all, you have more surface area. So you have more esters and shit coming up out of the wine into the bowl of the glass. And here, it's just a regular wine glass. You know, it's not doing anything special. I mean, they definitely look different. I could see visually, makes sense that this should be a much better glass when it comes to tasting at a professional level. But we'll see. I'll go with the tasting method in my book, 100 Wines. First step is sniff. So on this one, I'm getting kind of cherry. It's a little earthy. I don't quite want to say mushroom, but I want to say mushroom at the same time. And now on this bad boy, kind of smell about the same thing, just a lot less of it, which I don't think is supposed to be the point. But, you know, so first sniff out of both glasses, I'm getting cherry and earth. Cherry is a lot more prominent here. The earth level, I'd say, is about the same on both glasses. And then we'll look at the color. I only need to look once because it is the same wine. Ruby. Swirl it. More intense cherry. Kind of like a cherry medicine almost. More earth. I'm going to say instead of just earth, kind of more forest flory. Now, swirl this bad boy. Wow, look at the action on that. I'll tell you what, it might be worth it just for the fun of that. Mesmerizing. The nose on the expensive glass. I think I kind of understand what is happening here. So on the expensive glass, I'm still getting that kind of cherry medicine nose. I'm also still getting that forest floor dead leaf thing, but there's more to it in this glass. The fruit is nowhere near as intense. The forest floor, I'd say, is about the same. I'm not getting the intensity out of this glass that I am the cheaper glass, but it's a little more woody. I think this may see time in new oak. The wider glass is giving me a wider range of aromas. As far as how the oak is coming across, it's more of that kind of vanilla and coconut, which makes me think maybe this sees new American oak. Who knows if I'm right or wrong? It's interesting. After a swirl on the nose, this is more intense. I get a lot of like really medicinal cherry and some dead leaves and things like that. This one, it is not quite as intense, but I can pick more things out of it. And now we sip. Soft, pretty, friendly, nice, juicy. These are all words that I think right away. Still has that cherry kind of flavor. Earth's not as intense on the palate. And then a sip out of the big boy. Huh, more fruit. That's really interesting. So, same profile, about the same acidity. Obviously, I mean, it is the same exact wine in both these glasses. But I think that because we have this kind of tulip rim, I don't know, is that what you want to call it? And it's so wide, I think it kind of enters your mouth differently, because my mouth was watering everywhere off of this sip, whereas this sip, you know, I got some acidity. It's like a medium acidity Pinot Noir. It's nothing crazy, but this, the acidity is more pronounced. The tannin is more pronounced, maybe as a result of it going wider in my mouth. It is very interesting, because it's the exact same wine, and it felt different. It tastes about the same, but it felt different. For my 1 to 5 rating, how much do I like this wine? Like 3. For $30, would I buy it again? No, probably not. Whatever, is what it is. It's not the point right now. The point is these glasses. So is it worth it for someone to buy this super fancy, expensive, sommelier marketed Riedel for $150? Or should the average person stick with this? You know, the type of thing you can get in Target. Well, unfortunately, this is going to sound like a cop-out. It depends on who you are. I think 99% of people should stick with something like this. You want to go stemless even? Go ahead, go stemless. Who cares? This is It intensifies the aromatics. It definitely makes it jump out of the glass a little harder and higher. Easier to swirl, easier to handle. It doesn't feel like it is about to break. You know, like this thing, the stems are about the same thickness, and you just got so much weight here. I didn't take a video of it, but when I rinsed this glass out, I'm just like terrified that it's gonna snap in my hand, even if I'm holding it like up near the bowl. So yeah, 99% of you should definitely just stick with something like this. There's no reason for you to spend 150 plus bucks on this monstrosity of a tasting glass. Now, the other 1% of you, if you are somebody who is studying wine in any real capacity, you know, you're in a restaurant and you want to learn more about wines, you work in a wine shop and you want to learn more about wines, you're trying to go get your SOM certifications or your WSET diplomas, this may be worth it for you depending on why you're studying wine. The reason I say that is that it definitely kind of broadens the spectrum of aromas that you can pick out of the wine, at least for this wine it did. And then also you have that added benefit of that kind of broader intake. I don't know what the word is, but you get that broader kind of more wine in your mouth thing happens. And that did seem to kind of just change the textural experience. So if you're someone who is just drinking wine with dinner because you're thirsty, go with this cheaper version. You know, something you can get at Target, Restaurant Depot if you can get yourself in there somehow. Just this cheaper $15 Riedel is solid for that. Kind of not what I expected. I assumed that this would just beat out the cheaper one on all levels. If you want to get a copy of 100 Wines, A Guide to Building Your Palate, you can go ahead and click the link in the description, in my bio, in the pinned comment probably. Check me out on Instagram at 100 Wines Book. Look up 100 Wines Book on Facebook. Go ahead and subscribe, comment, click the bell, do all the YouTube things for me, and I'll see you next time, I suppose.